Many people spend the majority of their lives working long hours in jobs that offer little freedom. The traditional path, go to school, get a degree, secure a stable job, work hard, and retire late, is deeply ingrained in society. While it promises stability, it often fails to provide true satisfaction or the freedom to live life on one's own terms. People trade hours of their lives for money, only to realize that financial success alone cannot replace time, experiences, and personal fulfillment. The 9-to-5 work week has become a societal expectation rather than a choice, keeping people from exploring opportunities to live a more flexible and meaningful life. Tim Ferriss introduces a different perspective, showing that freedom and mobility can be more valuable than money alone. True wealth is measured not just by income, but by the ability to control your time and live wherever and however you choose. Money is a tool, not the ultimate goal. Without freedom to use it meaningfully, even a high income can feel like a trap. By working smarter rather than harder, people can reclaim their time, reduce stress, and create opportunities for personal growth and adventure. Ferriss challenges the idea that life can only be enjoyed after decades of labor, suggesting that fulfillment can be achieved today, not just in retirement. A key lesson from this introduction is the importance of questioning societal norms about work and success. Many follow the conventional path without considering whether it aligns with their personal values and goals. Career advancement, long hours, and financial accumulation are often assumed to be the keys to happiness, yet this mindset can lead to burnout and dissatisfaction. Ferriss encourages readers to reflect on what success truly means to them. Is it about a high salary, or is it about designing a life where work supports the lifestyle you want? This self-reflection is essential for escaping the traditional 9-to-5 model and creating a life of freedom and fulfillment. The psychological barrier of fear also plays a major role in keeping people stuck. Many hesitate to leave the security of a steady paycheck, worried about risks, uncertainty, or judgment. Ferriss urges readers to recognize that time is finite, and hours spent on unfulfilling work cannot be recovered. By evaluating priorities and making deliberate choices, it becomes possible to design a lifestyle where work serves life goals rather than dictating them. Finally, escaping the 9-to-5 trap requires a shift in mindset. It involves rethinking the purpose of work, redefining success, and taking control of one's life. Even small changes, like eliminating unnecessary tasks, outsourcing low-value work, or automating repetitive duties, can create significant improvements. Ferriss sets the stage for the 4-hour work week by showing that life does not have to be a compromise between time and money. With intentional decision-making and creative thinking, it is possible to achieve a balance where work supports a life rich in experiences, freedom, and personal fulfillment. Chapter 1. Redefining Success. Many people measure success using traditional markers such as salary, job title, or professional prestige. Society teaches us that climbing the corporate ladder, earning promotions, and accumulating wealth are the ultimate signs of achievement. While these markers may offer recognition and a sense of security, they do not automatically lead to happiness or fulfillment. In reality, many people who appear successful on the outside feel trapped, overworked, and disconnected from their personal desires. Tim Ferriss highlights this common misconception and emphasizes that success should not be defined by external expectations or societal standards. True success comes from living a life that aligns with your personal values, passions, and goals, rather than one dictated by tradition or the opinions of others. Redefining success begins with self-reflection and clarity. It requires asking difficult questions. What do I truly want from life? What experiences matter most to me? What brings me joy and a sense of purpose? Many people fail to answer these questions because they are too focused on achieving conventional milestones. They may accumulate wealth, status, or material possessions, yet still feel unfulfilled. Ferris encourages readers to shift their mindset from externally defined success to personal fulfillment. Happiness and freedom should guide decisions, not just financial gain or social approval. By redefining success, individuals can prioritize activities, relationships, and experiences that bring real meaning to their lives. One of the key lessons in this chapter is the importance of designing a lifestyle that emphasizes freedom and fulfillment over busyness and societal approval. Ferris argues that life is too short to spend decades chasing goals that do not resonate with your core desires. Instead of blindly following a conventional path, it is essential to intentionally create a life that balances work, leisure, and personal growth. This approach often requires challenging long-held assumptions about work, productivity, and achievement. For example, many people assume that working longer hours automatically leads to greater success, but this often results in stress, burnout, and a reduced quality of life. By focusing on efficiency, delegation, and automation, it becomes possible to achieve professional and financial goals without sacrificing personal freedom. Ferris also emphasizes the value of identifying and eliminating unnecessary work and distractions. Traditional definitions of success often encourage busyness rather than productivity. People may fill their days with tasks that do not move them closer to their real-life goals. Redefining success involves examining daily routines, understanding which tasks truly matter, and consciously choosing activities that provide the highest value. This principle aligns with the 80-20 rule, which suggests that a small portion of efforts often produces the majority of results. By focusing on what truly matters, individuals can create more time and energy for meaningful pursuits, whether it is travel, learning, relationships, or personal projects. An actionable step Ferris recommends is to write down what success means personally. This may seem simple, but many people have never consciously defined their version of success. Writing it down forces clarity and provides a reference point for making decisions. A personal definition of success might include freedom to travel, time to pursue hobbies, financial independence, or the ability to spend quality time with loved ones. Once clearly defined, these goals can guide lifestyle choices, career decisions, and daily habits. Every decision, from work commitments to spending priorities, can then be measured against whether it moves you closer to your personal vision of success. Redefining success also involves breaking free from comparison. People often measure themselves against others, leading to unnecessary stress, dissatisfaction, and unrealistic expectations. Social media and cultural norms can reinforce this habit, encouraging constant evaluation against peers or societal standards. Ferris stresses that true success is not relative, it is personal. When success is defined by individual values rather than comparison, it becomes easier to make choices that enhance freedom, happiness, and fulfillment. Finally, This chapter serves as a reminder that the journey toward success should be intentional and deliberate. It is not about rejecting ambition or financial goals, but about ensuring that these goals align with a life designed for personal satisfaction. By redefining success, individuals gain the power to structure their work, habits, and priorities in ways that support a richer, more meaningful life. Ferris challenges readers to reconsider long-held assumptions, focus on personal fulfillment, and embrace a life where time, freedom, and happiness are the ultimate markers of achievement. Chapter 2. The New Rich. In today's fast-paced world, wealth is often measured by the size of a bank account or the value of possessions. Many people strive to earn more, accumulate material goods, and achieve status symbols, believing these markers define a successful life. Tim Ferriss challenges this traditional view in the 4-Hour Workweek, introducing the concept of the new rich, NR. The new rich are not defined by money alone. Instead, they prioritize time, mobility, and the freedom to live life on their own terms. Unlike traditional workers who trade years of their lives for a paycheck, the new rich structure their lives to maximize experiences, flexibility, and personal fulfillment while minimizing unnecessary labor. The key idea of this chapter is that true wealth is not just about income. It is about controlling your time and location. A person can earn a high salary and still feel trapped in a rigid schedule or limited by geographical constraints. Conversely, someone with fewer financial resources but greater freedom over their schedule and lifestyle can experience a higher quality of life. Ferriss emphasizes that the new rich understand this distinction and intentionally design their lives to prioritize what matters most: time, personal development, travel, relationships, and meaningful experiences. This shift from financial accumulation to lifestyle design is the cornerstone of the NR philosophy. The lesson from this chapter is clear. Wealth is measured by freedom, not money. Time is a finite resource, and the ability to spend it intentionally is the ultimate form of wealth. Ferriss illustrates that working fewer hours does not mean earning less. Rather, it means using leverage, automation, and smart strategies to maintain or even increase income while reducing time spent on unproductive tasks. Mobility, being able to live and work anywhere, is another critical aspect of the new rich. By removing the constraints of location, individuals gain the flexibility to explore new environments, cultures, and opportunities without sacrificing their careers or income. This freedom to choose where and how to live is a defining characteristic that separates the new rich from traditional earners. One actionable tip Ferriss offers in this chapter is to identify at least one thing you want to do but cannot currently pursue because of work commitments. Many people have dreams, passions, or experiences they desire: learning a language, traveling to a distant country, starting a personal project, but they postpone these goals due to rigid schedules or the demands of a conventional job. By pinpointing what is being blocked by work, you gain clarity on what aspects of your life require change. This exercise also highlights the true cost of a conventional lifestyle, not just lost time, but the opportunities and experiences you are sacrificing. Recognizing this gap is the first step toward designing a life that aligns with the principles of the new rich. Ferriss also explains that achieving this lifestyle requires challenging conventional assumptions about work. Many people believe that working longer hours guarantees success, but the new rich reject this idea. Instead, They focus on efficiency, outsourcing, and automation to accomplish more in less time. By eliminating unnecessary tasks, delegating responsibilities, and prioritizing high-value work, they free themselves from traditional constraints and gain the time needed for personal growth and adventure. The goal is not to escape work entirely, but to work strategically so that work serves life rather than life-serving work. Another important element of the new rich mindset is the courage to embrace unconventional paths. Society often stigmatizes those who choose to work less, travel more, or live outside the standard career trajectory. Ferris encourages readers to question these norms and consider whether the pursuit of status and income is truly aligned with their personal values. By redefining success and focusing on freedom, individuals can create a life that offers both financial security and abundant opportunities for personal fulfillment. Finally, this chapter serves as a call to action. The path to becoming part of the new rich begins with awareness and intentional planning. Identifying blocked goals, challenging societal assumptions, and strategically designing your work and lifestyle are all critical steps. Ferris illustrates that with deliberate effort, it is possible to live a life where time, mobility, and personal choice are the primary markers of wealth. The New Rich philosophy empowers individuals to reclaim their time, embrace flexibility, and experience life fully, proving that wealth is ultimately about freedom, not just money. Chapter 3. Rules that change everything. Many people live their lives following rules they never questioned. From school to career, society imposes expectations about how work, success, and retirement should unfold. The conventional path, study hard, get a job, climb the corporate ladder, save money, and retire decades later, has been treated as the unquestionable formula for a good life. Tim Ferriss, in The 4-Hour Workweek, challenges these deeply ingrained assumptions, arguing that most traditional rules about work and life are outdated, inefficient, and often counterproductive. He encourages readers to question societal norms, break free from conventional thinking, and design a life that prioritizes freedom, fulfillment, and personal choice. The key idea in this chapter is that most work rules are arbitrary and need not dictate our lives. The 9-to-5 work schedule, the belief that long hours equal success, and the assumption that money is the ultimate measure of achievement are all examples of rules that can limit potential. Ferriss explains that blindly following these rules leads to wasted time, unnecessary stress, and missed opportunities. By questioning these norms, individuals gain the freedom to approach work, productivity, and life in ways that better align with their values and goals. The goal is not to reject work entirely, but to create rules for yourself that are efficient, purposeful, and supportive of a meaningful life. The lesson from this chapter is the importance of challenging assumptions and embracing alternative approaches to work and success. Ferriss introduces the concept of lifestyle design, which allows people to escape the rigid constraints of traditional employment. Instead of accepting societal rules as inevitable, readers are encouraged to experiment with new ways of organizing work, prioritizing tasks, and structuring life. For example, many workers believe they must be physically present in an office for 8 hours a day to be productive. The New Rich approach shows that output, not hours spent, is the true measure of effectiveness. By focusing on results, not routine, individuals can reduce wasted effort, gain more free time, and achieve the outcomes they truly desire. One actionable tip Ferris offers is to create a personal set of rules that challenge conventional thinking. Start by identifying assumptions you currently follow about work and success. Questions to consider might include: must I work long hours to be successful? Do I need a traditional office to do my job effectively? Is a higher salary the only path to freedom and security? Writing down these assumptions allows you to critically evaluate which ones are outdated or unnecessary. From there, you can experiment with alternatives: flexible schedules, remote work, automation, or outsourcing that better align with your goals and values. By creating your own rules, you gain control over your life rather than being constrained by arbitrary societal expectations. Ferris also emphasizes the role of fear in maintaining old rules. Many people cling to the traditional path because it feels safe and predictable. They fear judgment, financial risk, or uncertainty, which keeps them stuck in routines that may not serve them. This chapter encourages readers to confront these fears and recognize that risk often carries potential for growth, freedom, and opportunity. By gradually challenging assumptions and experimenting with new methods, individuals can build confidence and see that alternative approaches can be both effective and rewarding. Another key point is the importance of eliminating unnecessary tasks. Traditional work often emphasizes being busy rather than being productive. Ferris introduces the concept of selective neglect, where unimportant or low-value activities are removed, freeing time for higher priority work or personal pursuits. Combined with automation and outsourcing, this strategy allows individuals to accomplish more in less time, challenging the long-held belief that success requires constant busyness. Ultimately, this chapter serves as a call to rethink the rules that govern your life. By questioning societal expectations, designing personal guidelines, and embracing experimentation, readers can create a more intentional and fulfilling life. Ferris demonstrates that conventional rules are not immutable. They can be rewritten to support freedom, efficiency, and happiness. Breaking free from outdated norms is not only liberating, but essential for those seeking the lifestyle of the new rich. Chapter 4: The Deal Formula. In the 4-Hour Workweek, Tim Ferriss introduces a practical framework for designing a life of freedom and fulfillment. The Deal Formula. DEAL stands for definition, elimination, automation, and liberation. This formula serves as a step-by-step guide to escaping the conventional 9-to-5 trap and creating a lifestyle where work serves life rather than the other way around. Each element of DEAL addresses a specific challenge many people face: unclear goals, wasted time, unnecessary work, and geographic or mental constraints. Together, these 4 principles provide a structured approach to achieving the freedom, mobility, and fulfillment that define the new rich. The key idea behind the DEAL formula is that structured strategies, rather than random effort, are required to create a meaningful and efficient lifestyle. Many people desire freedom, but fail to attain it because they lack a clear plan. They continue following societal norms or reacting to daily demands without prioritizing what truly matters. DEAL offers a blueprint for redirecting focus, cutting inefficiencies, and designing life intentionally. It emphasizes that freedom is not a passive state, but an active result of deliberate choices, strategic actions, and effective time management. By understanding and implementing each component of DEAL, Individuals can systematically reduce unnecessary work, maximize their time, and align daily actions with personal goals. The first step, definition, involves clarifying what you truly want from life. This requires moving beyond conventional goals like salary or status and identifying desires that bring fulfillment, freedom, and happiness. Ferris encourages readers to consider not only what they want to achieve, but also how they want to live day to day. By clearly defining objectives, you create a roadmap that guides decisions about work, finances, and lifestyle. Without this clarity, efforts can become scattered, and opportunities for freedom may be overlooked. Definition is about designing life on your terms, ensuring that work, income, and time are aligned with personal values and ambitions. The second step, elimination, focuses on reducing wasted time and effort. Many people are busy, but not productive, spending hours on tasks that do not contribute meaningfully to their goals. Ferris introduces strategies such as the 80-20 rule, which highlights that a small portion of activities often produces the majority of results. By identifying high-value tasks and eliminating or delegating the rest, individuals can reclaim significant amounts of time. Selective neglect, consciously ignoring low-priority demands, is another tool in this step. Elimination is about working smarter, not harder, and ensuring that daily actions maximize both results and freedom. Automation, the third step, emphasizes creating systems that generate income or manage work without constant personal involvement. This includes outsourcing repetitive tasks, delegating responsibilities, or leveraging technology to handle routine processes. Automation allows individuals to reduce dependency on their presence while maintaining or even increasing productivity and revenue. Ferris argues that by building these systems, people can free themselves from the constraints of a traditional work schedule, creating the opportunity to focus on personal growth, travel, and meaningful projects. The final step, liberation, is about achieving geographic and mental freedom. Liberation encourages breaking free from the conventional office environment, enabling remote work, travel, and flexible schedules. It is the culmination of the previous steps. With clear goals, reduced inefficiencies, and automated systems in place, individuals can live anywhere while maintaining financial stability. This step also addresses psychological liberation, the courage to challenge societal norms, confront fears, and embrace a life of freedom and intentionality. An actionable tip Ferris offers is to review your current life through the lens of DEAL and identify which step requires the most immediate attention. Some may need clarity on their goals, definition. Others may struggle with distractions, elimination, while some may benefit most from automation or location flexibility, liberation. Applying the DEAL formula systematically ensures that every effort contributes to increased freedom, mobility, and personal fulfillment. Ultimately, the DEAL formula is not just a set of steps, it is a mindset. It transforms the way people view work, productivity, and life planning. Ferris demonstrates that freedom, mobility, and fulfillment are attainable when effort is focused strategically and inefficient habits are eliminated. By following DEAL, readers can escape the traditional 9-to-5 constraints and intentionally design a life that aligns with their deepest desires, creating a sustainable path toward the lifestyle of the new rich. Chapter 5. Definition. The first step in Tim Ferriss's DEAL formula is definition, which is all about clarity, understanding exactly what you want from life and rejecting societal assumptions about success. Most people drift through life without consciously deciding what matters to them, instead, following a conventional path set by family, education, and culture. They pursue jobs, promotions, and income based on expectation rather than personal desire. Ferris emphasizes that this lack of definition leads to wasted time, frustration, and unfulfilled potential. To design a life of freedom and fulfillment, it is essential to define not just what you want to achieve, but how you want to live each day. Definition is the foundation of the 4-hour work week, because without clarity, all subsequent actions, elimination, automation, and liberation, may be misdirected or ineffective. The key idea of this chapter is that success must be defined personally rather than socially. Conventional measures, such as salary, job title, or societal recognition, often fail to deliver genuine satisfaction. Many people assume that by accumulating money or status, they will achieve happiness, but these external markers are only tools, not goals in themselves. Ferris encourages readers to ask deep, specific questions about life, including, what experiences do I want to have? How do I want to spend my time? What skills or knowledge do I want to develop? By identifying desires beyond money and status, individuals can create a clear vision that serves as a guiding compass for decision-making and lifestyle design. One of the most powerful tools Ferris introduces is the concept of dreamlines. A dreamline is a written plan that specifies goals, timelines, and the resources required to achieve them. Unlike vague resolutions, dreamlines force clarity and accountability. They include both tangible achievements, such as starting a business or visiting a specific country, and lifestyle objectives, such as working fewer hours or gaining location independence. Creating a dreamline helps identify what is truly important, enabling readers to prioritize activities that align with their definition of success. This step is essential because without a clear definition, work and effort may be scattered, resulting in busyness without fulfillment. The lesson from this chapter is that clarity enables focused action. When life goals and desires are clearly defined, it becomes easier to make decisions about work, time management, and personal priorities. Ferris stresses that most people overestimate what they can do in a short time, but underestimate what they can achieve over months or years if focused and deliberate. By defining exact objectives, individuals gain perspective on the steps needed to achieve them, the obstacles to anticipate, and the resources required. Definition creates purpose, motivation, and alignment between daily actions and long-term goals. Ferris also emphasizes challenging assumptions that limit ambition. People often believe they must work long hours, follow conventional careers, or wait until retirement to enjoy life. These assumptions can prevent pursuit of meaningful experiences today. Definition involves not just choosing what to do, but also identifying what not to do. By rejecting unnecessary commitments, distractions, and social pressures, individuals can focus on actions that contribute directly to their dreams. This aligns with the principle of effectiveness over busyness, ensuring that time and energy are invested where they matter most. An actionable tip from this chapter is to write down what success means personally. Take the time to create a detailed dreamline that includes specific goals, dates, and actionable steps. Include lifestyle objectives such as the freedom to travel, time for hobbies, or flexible work arrangements. This process brings abstract desires into concrete form, making them actionable rather than aspirational. Once written, the Dreamline serves as a roadmap for designing every aspect of life, from work priorities to personal habits, ensuring all actions align with defined objectives. Ultimately, the definition step is about taking control of life through clarity. By defining success on personal terms, questioning assumptions, and specifying goals with a dreamline, individuals establish a strong foundation for the rest of the deal formula. Ferris demonstrates that clarity not only motivates action, but also eliminates confusion, wasted effort, and distractions. A life designed from definition is intentional, fulfilling, and aligned with personal desires, setting the stage for the freedom and fulfillment that characterize the new rich. Chapter 6. Elimination. The second step in Tim Ferriss's deal formula is elimination, which focuses on reducing wasted time, minimizing distractions, and prioritizing tasks that truly matter. Most people operate under the assumption that being busy is synonymous with being productive. They fill their days with meetings, emails, and repetitive tasks that contribute little to meaningful outcomes. Ferris challenges this mindset, emphasizing that effectiveness is more important than activity. By eliminating low-value work and focusing on the few actions that produce the greatest results, individuals can reclaim time, reduce stress, and create space for personal growth and freedom. Elimination is a critical step because it addresses the reality that time is finite, and spending it on unimportant tasks limits the ability to live a life aligned with personal goals. The key idea in this chapter is that productivity is about doing less, not more. Most people overcomplicate their work, assuming that long hours and constant activity lead to success. In reality, a small fraction of efforts often produces the majority of results, a principle known as the 80-20 rule, or Pareto principle. Ferris explains that by identifying the 20% of tasks that generate 80% of outcomes, individuals can focus their energy where it truly matters. Eliminating the remaining 80% of tasks frees time, reduces mental clutter, and increases efficiency. This approach challenges traditional work norms and allows people to achieve more while working less. One of the main lessons of elimination is that saying no is essential. Many people struggle with overcommitment, agreeing to meetings, projects, or obligations that do not align with their priorities. Ferris emphasizes the importance of selective neglect, consciously ignoring low-priority tasks, distractions, and non-essential work. This does not mean shirking responsibility, but rather making deliberate choices about where to invest time and energy. Learning to decline requests or delegate tasks is a skill that multiplies both productivity and freedom. By eliminating unnecessary work, individuals can focus on high-value actions that directly support their goals and lifestyle design. Ferris also addresses the pervasive influence of interruptions and information overload. Constant emails, social media notifications, and unproductive conversations fragment attention and reduce focus. Elimination involves creating boundaries that protect time and mental energy. For example, checking email only at scheduled intervals or limiting time spent on social media ensures that attention remains on meaningful work. These small but deliberate actions can significantly increase efficiency and reduce stress. By consciously managing attention, individuals gain control over their time rather than allowing external demands to dictate their schedule. Another actionable tip in this chapter is to systematically identify and eliminate low-value tasks in your daily routine. Start by listing activities that consume time but contribute little to personal or professional goals. Ask, does this task produce significant results? Is it essential, or can it be delegated, automated, or removed entirely? Applying the 80-20 rule can clarify which tasks are worth retaining. Ferris suggests focusing energy on the most impactful activities and letting go of the rest. This practice not only improves productivity, but also creates space for higher priority work and personal pursuits, such as hobbies, learning, travel, or family time. Elimination also requires challenging long-standing beliefs about work and effort. Many assume that more hours equal more success, but this belief often leads to burnout, frustration, and reduced creativity. Ferris encourages readers to shift perspective. Working efficiently and intentionally is far more valuable than working constantly. By eliminating unnecessary work, individuals gain time to pursue goals aligned with personal fulfillment and freedom, the core principles of the new rich. Ultimately, elimination is about reclaiming control over time and energy. It is a mindset that values results over busyness, focus over distraction, and intentionality over habit. Ferris demonstrates that by eliminating low-value work, protecting attention, and prioritizing high-impact tasks, individuals can create more space for meaningful action, personal growth, and the lifestyle they desire. This step lays the foundation for the remaining elements of DEAL, automation and liberation, by ensuring that time, energy, and focus are directed toward goals that truly matter, enabling a life of freedom, efficiency, and fulfillment. Chapter 7. Automation. The third step in Tim Ferriss's DEAL formula is automation, which focuses on creating systems that allow income generation and task management with minimal personal involvement. Many people are trapped in the traditional work model, believing that they must be present to earn money or complete essential tasks. This dependence on personal effort limits freedom, mobility, and time for personal pursuits. Ferris emphasizes that by automating processes, delegating responsibilities, and leveraging technology, individuals can reduce their direct involvement while maintaining or even increasing results. Automation is a cornerstone of the 4-hour workweek because it transforms work from a time-intensive necessity into a flexible system that supports lifestyle design. The key idea of this chapter is that freedom comes from leveraging systems, not just personal effort. Ferris introduces the concept of creating passive or semi-passive income streams, which allow individuals to generate revenue without being physically present. This may involve online businesses, subscription services, or other scalable ventures that require setup and occasional oversight but do not demand constant attention. By implementing automation, work becomes a tool that serves life rather than a constraint that dictates it. The ultimate goal is to separate income from personal time, freeing individuals to focus on experiences, travel, and personal growth. A central lesson from automation is the power of outsourcing and delegation. Many tasks that consume time are not essential for personal involvement. Virtual assistants, freelancers, and specialized services can handle repetitive or low-value work efficiently and cost-effectively. Ferris stresses that delegation is not a luxury reserved for executives. It is a strategic approach that allows anyone to reclaim time and focus on high-impact activities. By entrusting others with specific responsibilities, individuals can streamline their workload and prioritize tasks that directly contribute to their goals. This approach also reduces stress, prevents burnout, and creates more opportunities for creative or meaningful pursuits. Automation also involves leveraging technology and software to handle routine processes. Email management, billing, customer support, and even content distribution can be automated using tools and systems designed to operate without constant oversight. By integrating these solutions, individuals reduce the need for manual intervention while maintaining high levels of efficiency and accuracy. Ferris highlights that the combination of virtual assistants and technological automation is particularly powerful, enabling a seamless workflow that supports both professional and personal freedom. The aim is to design a system that works independently while requiring minimal monitoring. An actionable tip Ferris offers in this chapter is to identify repetitive tasks in your daily routine and determine which ones can be automated or delegated. Start by listing activities that consume time but do not require your unique expertise. For example, tasks like scheduling, data entry, or customer inquiries can often be outsourced or automated. Once identified, explore practical solutions such as hiring a virtual assistant, using automation software, or implementing systems that reduce manual involvement. By gradually shifting responsibilities away from yourself, you free up hours each day for higher priority work, personal development, or leisure. Ferris also emphasizes the importance of testing and refining automated systems. Initial attempts at delegation or automation may require adjustments, training, or oversight. However, the long-term benefits of establishing reliable, independent systems far outweigh the initial effort. Automation not only saves time, but also provides a scalable approach to income and productivity. It enables individuals to maintain or increase output without increasing personal labor, which is essential for achieving the lifestyle of the new rich. Ultimately, automation is about reclaiming personal freedom while maintaining results. It challenges the traditional notion that work must be labor-intensive and constant, demonstrating that systems, delegation, and technology can produce efficient, scalable outcomes. Ferris shows that automation allows individuals to focus on what truly matters: experiences, personal growth, relationships, and mobility, while minimizing the time spent on low-value tasks. By integrating automation into life and work, individuals move closer to achieving financial independence, time freedom, and the intentional, fulfilling lifestyle central to the 4-hour workweek. Chapter 8: Liberation. The fourth step in Tim Ferriss's DEAL formula is liberation, which focuses on achieving both geographic and mental freedom. While definition, elimination, and automation lay the groundwork for designing a more efficient and intentional life, liberation is the culmination, the ability to work from anywhere and live life on your own terms. Many people are tethered to a physical office or a fixed location, which limits their experiences and restricts personal freedom. Ferris argues that location independence is not a luxury, but a critical aspect of a life designed for fulfillment and flexibility. Liberation is about breaking free from the constraints of traditional work, allowing individuals to live where and how they choose, while maintaining income and productivity. The key idea of this chapter is that freedom is most valuable when it includes mobility. Geographic independence enables individuals to explore new cultures, environments, and opportunities without sacrificing their careers or income. For many, the inability to travel or live elsewhere is one of the biggest barriers to personal satisfaction. Ferris highlights that the new rich understand that work does not have to be location-bound. With the right systems in place, efficient workflows, automated income streams, and effective delegation, people can maintain or even increase productivity while working remotely. Liberation transforms work from a fixed obligation into a flexible tool that serves life rather than restricting it. A central lesson of liberation is that psychological freedom is as important as physical mobility. Many people remain tied to traditional routines out of fear of judgment, fear of uncertainty, or fear of failure. This fear keeps them trapped in offices, cities, or career paths that do not align with their values. Ferris encourages readers to confront these fears and realize that control over time and location is attainable with deliberate planning and experimentation. By gradually testing alternative work arrangements, negotiating remote options, or taking short-term workcations, individuals can experience the benefits of liberation while minimizing perceived risk. Mental liberation comes from rejecting societal expectations, redefining success on personal terms, and trusting in one's ability to manage work effectively from any location. An actionable tip in this chapter is to identify one activity or lifestyle experience you are currently unable to pursue because of work constraints. This could be living in a new city, traveling for an extended period, or spending more time with family. Once identified, explore practical steps to make it possible. Ferris suggests starting small. Negotiate remote work for part of the week, delegate responsibilities, or establish automated income streams to reduce dependence on a fixed location. Testing these steps in manageable increments builds confidence and demonstrates that geographic and lifestyle freedom is achievable. Ferris also emphasizes the importance of systematizing work before pursuing full mobility. Liberation requires that tasks, communication, and projects be managed independently of your presence. This involves creating efficient workflows, using technology to monitor and track progress, and delegating responsibilities to capable assistants or systems. By designing processes that function without constant oversight, individuals can maintain professional credibility and output while gaining the flexibility to live anywhere. Liberation, therefore, is both a logistical and strategic challenge, requiring careful planning, implementation, and trust in the systems you build. Another critical aspect of liberation is embracing mini-retirements and lifestyle experimentation. Ferris challenges the conventional idea of deferring life enjoyment until old age, instead promoting periodic breaks or extended experiences throughout one's life. Geographic freedom enables travel, cultural immersion, and personal growth while maintaining income, allowing life to be richer and more dynamic. By combining time, mobility, and intentional planning, liberation transforms life into a series of meaningful experiences rather than decades of deferred gratification. Ultimately, liberation represents the realization of the new rich lifestyle. It combines freedom of time, location, and mind, allowing individuals to live intentionally while achieving professional and financial goals. Ferris demonstrates that with strategic planning, automation, and elimination, it is possible to maintain productivity without being tied to a single office or schedule. Liberation is not just about escaping the 9 to 5. It is about creating a life that aligns with personal values, priorities, and desires. It empowers individuals to explore the world, focus on meaningful activities, and enjoy experiences that define a life well lived. By achieving liberation, readers can fully embrace the principles of the 4-hour workweek, gaining both freedom and fulfillment. Chapter 9: Mini Retirements. In traditional thinking, retirement is something far in the future, a distant goal reached only after decades of work. Tim Ferriss challenges this notion in The 4-Hour Workweek, introducing the concept of mini retirements. Instead of deferring enjoyment, travel, and personal experiences until old age, mini retirements encourage taking intentional breaks throughout life to pursue meaningful activities. These periods combine work, travel, learning, and exploration, allowing individuals to experience life fully while still actively contributing professionally. Mini retirements shift the focus from delayed gratification to immediate fulfillment, demonstrating that freedom and satisfaction can be incorporated into life now rather than postponed. The key idea of this chapter is that life should be experienced in segments of rich experiences, not solely after decades of labor. Traditional retirement often means waiting until physical and mental energy are reduced, limiting the ability to enjoy the world. By contrast, mini retirements allow people to design phases of their lives with purpose, adventure, and growth. Ferriss emphasizes that time is the most valuable resource, and deliberately creating periods of personal exploration enhances both happiness and perspective. Life becomes a series of enriching experiences rather than a linear path of work followed by passive retirement. A central lesson is that many retirements require planning, intentionality, and the courage to challenge conventional assumptions. Many people resist the idea because of fear, uncertainty, or the belief that extended breaks will harm their careers or financial security. Ferriss demonstrates that by applying the principles of the DEAL formula, definition, elimination, automation, and liberation, these fears can be mitigated. Defining goals, eliminating unnecessary obligations, automating income, and embracing location independence make it possible to take meaningful breaks without compromising stability. Mini retirements are not escapes from responsibility. They are strategic, structured periods that enhance life while maintaining professional and financial momentum. An actionable tip Ferriss provides is to plan one mini retirement within the next 12 months. Begin by identifying a destination, project, or experience you want to pursue but have postponed due to work obligations. It could be traveling to another country, learning a new skill, volunteering, or spending extended time with family. Next, apply elimination and automation strategies to free up the necessary time. Delegate or outsource tasks, reduce low-value commitments, and create systems to manage responsibilities remotely. Start small if needed. Short trips, partial work from anywhere periods, or weekend-intensive experiences can serve as a stepping stone toward longer mini-retirements. The key is taking deliberate action rather than waiting indefinitely for a distant retirement. Ferriss also emphasizes the psychological benefits of mini retirements. Experiencing life in stages reduces burnout, increases motivation, and provides perspective. When people pause to explore new environments, cultures, or skills, they often return to work refreshed, inspired, and more productive. These intentional breaks encourage creativity, adaptability, and personal growth, which benefit both professional and personal life. By incorporating mini-retirements, individuals learn to value experiences over mere accumulation of money or status, aligning daily actions with long-term fulfillment. Another important aspect is flexibility and adaptation. Many retirements are not rigid. They can vary in length, location, and purpose, depending on personal goals and circumstances. The idea is to integrate them naturally into life, creating a rhythm that balances work, personal growth, and enjoyment. Ferris demonstrates that even a life of travel or adventure can be combined with professional responsibilities if approached strategically, highlighting that freedom and work are not mutually exclusive. Ultimately, mini retirements are a transformative concept that shifts life planning from deferred enjoyment to immediate intentional living. They encourage individuals to take control of time, prioritize meaningful experiences, and incorporate freedom throughout life. By applying the principles of the DEAL formula, mini retirements become feasible, sustainable, and profoundly enriching. Ferris shows that life does not have to wait for retirement to be enjoyed. Through careful planning, automation, and liberation, every stage of life can include adventure, personal growth, and fulfillment. Mini retirements redefine how we think about time, work, and happiness, proving that the journey is as valuable as the destination. Chapter 10: Fear Setting. Fear is one of the most significant obstacles that prevent people from pursuing the life they truly desire. Many individuals remain trapped in unsatisfying jobs, conventional routines, or limiting beliefs because they overestimate the risks of change and underestimate their ability to handle challenges. Tim Ferriss introduces the concept of fear setting in the 4-Hour Workweek, a practical method for confronting fear, analyzing potential consequences, and creating a plan to mitigate risks. Fear setting is a structured approach that helps individuals take action despite uncertainty, turning hesitation into clarity and courage. The key idea of this chapter is that fear is often exaggerated and paralyzing, but it can be deconstructed and managed. People frequently let imagined worst-case scenarios prevent them from pursuing opportunities, assuming that the consequences would be catastrophic. In reality, many fears are far less likely or damaging than assumed, and even the worst outcomes are usually manageable. By articulating fears clearly, assessing their probability, and planning responses, individuals can make informed decisions rather than acting on anxiety or assumptions. Ferriss emphasizes that fear setting empowers people to take deliberate action while minimizing risk, enabling them to pursue freedom, fulfillment, and meaningful goals. A central lesson is that structured evaluation of fear transforms uncertainty into actionable insight. Ferriss suggests writing down 3 key components: defining the worst-case scenario, considering ways to prevent it, and identifying how to recover if it occurs. This process shifts attention from avoidance to proactive problem-solving. It reveals that even negative outcomes often carry valuable lessons or opportunities for growth. By understanding the consequences clearly, fear loses its emotional grip, making it easier to act boldly and strategically. Fear setting complements goal setting because it addresses the obstacles that commonly prevent progress, turning potential barriers into manageable challenges. One actionable tip from this chapter is to conduct a fear-setting exercise before making a major decision. Begin by listing the actions you are considering but feel hesitant to take. Starting a business, quitting a conventional job, relocating, or pursuing a passion project. For each action, define the worst-case scenario in detail. What could happen, what would be the impact, and how likely it is to occur. Then, outline steps to reduce the probability of this scenario and identify recovery strategies if it does happen. Finally, consider the potential benefits of taking action and the cost of inaction. Writing this down provides clarity, perspective, and motivation, showing that fear is manageable and that inaction may carry greater consequences than taking calculated risks. Ferris also highlights the importance of evaluating the cost of inaction. Many people remain stuck not because the risk is too high, but because they have not considered what will happen if they continue on the same path. Stagnation often leads to missed opportunities, regret, and diminished personal growth. By comparing the potential benefits of action with the long-term costs of doing nothing, fear setting provides a balanced perspective that motivates progress. This approach helps individuals prioritize action, understanding that temporary discomfort or uncertainty is often outweighed by the advantages of pursuing meaningful goals. Another important aspect of fear setting is that it strengthens confidence and resilience. Facing fear directly and planning responses reduces anxiety and increases the likelihood of taking decisive action. Ferris emphasizes that repeated practice of this technique builds mental fortitude, making it easier to embrace new challenges, take risks, and pursue unconventional paths. Fear setting is particularly valuable for lifestyle design because creating freedom, mobility, and personal fulfillment often involves stepping outside comfort zones and challenging societal expectations. Ultimately, fear setting is about transforming uncertainty into empowerment. It provides a structured framework to evaluate risks, anticipate obstacles, and create actionable strategies, allowing individuals to act decisively rather than remain paralyzed by worry. Ferris demonstrates that fear, when properly analyzed and addressed, becomes a guide rather than a barrier. By practicing fear setting, readers gain the confidence to pursue the lifestyle of the new rich, take mini retirements, implement automation, and embrace liberation. This method ensures that challenges are approached thoughtfully and strategically, making bold decisions manageable and increasing the likelihood of success. Fear setting encourages a proactive, courageous approach to life. It reminds readers that the cost of inaction often exceeds the risks of trying, and that by confronting fear directly, individuals can unlock freedom, fulfillment, and experiences previously considered unattainable. This chapter reinforces the principles of the 4-hour workweek by showing that personal empowerment begins with clarity, planning, and the willingness to take deliberate action despite fear. By mastering fear setting, readers can transform hesitation into opportunity and build a life defined by choice, adventure, and intentionality. Chapter 11. Mini Retirement Case Studies. In previous chapters, Tim Ferriss introduces the concept of mini retirements and the deal formula to achieve a life of freedom, mobility, and fulfillment. In this chapter, he illustrates these ideas through real-life examples and case studies, demonstrating how individuals have successfully applied these principles to transform their lives. These stories serve as both inspiration and practical guidance, showing that the lifestyle of the new rich is attainable with planning, courage, and strategic action. By examining how others have implemented mini-retirements, readers gain concrete ideas, strategies, and motivation to pursue their own version of freedom. The key idea of this chapter is that seeing real-life examples makes abstract concepts tangible and actionable. While theory provides direction, practical examples show the step-by-step application of principles, including definition, elimination, automation, and liberation. Ferris highlights stories of people from various backgrounds, employees, entrepreneurs, and freelancers, who used creative approaches to reclaim time, automate income, and experience life on their own terms. These examples emphasize that mini-retirements and lifestyle design are not limited to a particular profession, income level, or location. They are achievable by anyone willing to challenge assumptions and apply the DEAL principles systematically. A central lesson from these case studies is that mini-retirements are flexible and highly adaptable. Some individuals take extended travel trips lasting months, exploring different countries and cultures while continuing to work remotely. Others focus on skill development, personal projects, or family time, integrating meaningful experiences with professional responsibilities. Ferris demonstrates that mini-retirements can be short-term or long-term, structured or spontaneous, depending on personal goals and circumstances. The key is intentionality. Each example shows careful planning, prioritization, and creative problem-solving, which allow the individual to enjoy freedom while maintaining financial stability and career momentum. One actionable insight from these stories is the power of small, incremental experiments. Many of the people Ferris profiles did not immediately quit their jobs or start traveling for months. Instead, they began with manageable steps, such as negotiating partial remote work, delegating tasks, or automating small portions of their income. These early experiments allowed them to test feasibility, build confidence, and gradually expand their freedom. This approach illustrates that pursuing mini-retirements does not require extreme risk or immediate radical change. It can begin with small, deliberate actions that accumulate over time to produce substantial lifestyle transformation. Ferris also highlights creative solutions for maintaining productivity during mini-retirements. Some individuals leverage virtual assistants to manage routine work, automate sales and payments, or handle communication, ensuring that income streams continue uninterrupted. Others adopt strict time blocking or focus strategies to complete high-value work efficiently, freeing the remainder of their time for exploration and personal growth. These examples reinforce the practical application of the DEAL formula, showing that strategic planning, automation, and elimination of low-value tasks enable both freedom and productivity. Another important takeaway from the case studies is the psychological and emotional benefit of mini-retirements. Many people reported increased motivation, reduced stress, and improved creativity after taking intentional breaks from conventional routines. Experiencing new cultures, learning new skills, or simply having time for reflection and personal pursuits not only enhanced personal fulfillment, but also positively impacted professional performance. Ferris uses these examples to demonstrate that freedom and exploration are not luxuries. They are investments in personal growth, resilience, and long-term satisfaction. Finally, the case studies emphasize the importance of courage and mindset. Individuals who successfully implement mini-retirements often confront fears, fear of financial instability, career stagnation, or judgment from others. But they approach these fears systematically, applying strategies such as fear setting, careful planning, and gradual experimentation. Their stories show that breaking free from conventional expectations requires both practical systems and a mindset willing to embrace uncertainty and opportunity. By examining these examples, readers gain both inspiration and actionable guidance, reinforcing that the new rich lifestyle is achievable with intention, creativity, and strategic action. Ultimately, this chapter serves as a bridge between theory and practice, showing that mini retirements are not merely hypothetical, but achievable realities. Real-life examples validate the principles of the 4-hour workweek, demonstrating how definition, elimination, automation, and liberation combine to create freedom, mobility, and fulfillment. By studying these case studies, readers gain confidence, motivation, and practical strategies for designing their own mini-retirements, proving that a life rich in experiences and personal choice is within reach. Ferris's use of examples makes the abstract principles concrete, encouraging readers to take deliberate steps toward a more intentional, adventurous, and fulfilling life. Chapter 12. Creating Your 4-Hour Workweek Plan. After exploring the principles of the 4-hour workweek, definition, elimination, automation, and liberation, and examining real-life examples, the final chapter focuses on bringing all these concepts together into a coherent, actionable plan. Tim Ferriss emphasizes that knowledge alone is insufficient. Real transformation occurs when ideas are translated into deliberate action. Creating a personal 4-hour workweek plan involves assessing current circumstances, defining goals, eliminating inefficiencies, implementing automation, and designing a life that maximizes freedom and fulfillment. This chapter serves as a roadmap, guiding readers to take everything they have learned and apply it systematically to create a life aligned with their values and ambitions. The key idea of this chapter is that a practical plan transforms aspiration into achievement. Many people dream of freedom, travel, or financial independence, but fail to act because they lack structure, clarity, or confidence. Ferriss stresses that designing a 4-hour workweek is not about shortcuts or luck. It is about intentional planning, efficiency, and strategic action. By integrating the DEAL formula with personal goals, readers can create a step-by-step blueprint that addresses both professional responsibilities and personal aspirations. This structured approach ensures that effort is focused on high-impact actions rather than scattered attempts or guesswork. A central lesson from this chapter is the importance of aligning all life elements with personal definition of success. Ferriss encourages readers to start by revisiting their definition step. What do you truly want in terms of lifestyle, experiences, income, and personal growth? Once goals are clear, the next step is to examine current activities and identify what can be eliminated, automated, or delegated. This ensures that every action taken contributes directly to meaningful outcomes, creating more time for freedom, exploration, and fulfillment. The plan should integrate mini retirements, automation systems, and strategies for remote or flexible work, allowing readers to experience the lifestyle of the new rich while maintaining professional and financial stability. One actionable approach Ferriss recommends is creating a comprehensive personal roadmap. Begin by listing all current obligations, responsibilities, and tasks. For each, ask, is this essential? Can it be eliminated, delegated, or automated. Next, outline steps to achieve income independence, such as building online ventures, automating business processes, or leveraging virtual assistants. Then, incorporate mini retirements, travel, or personal projects into the plan, considering timing, logistics, and necessary resources. Finally, establish metrics for success, such as hours worked per week, financial targets, or time available for personal pursuits. This methodical approach turns abstract goals into concrete actions and milestones, making the plan both measurable and achievable. Ferris also emphasizes the importance of testing and iteration. No plan is perfect from the start, and real-life circumstances may require adjustments. By experimenting with flexible schedules, remote work, or automation systems, individuals can refine their strategies to maximize efficiency, income, and personal satisfaction. Small-scale tests reduce risk while building confidence and competence. For example, negotiating partial remote work or trialing automation on a limited scale can demonstrate feasibility and reveal improvements before fully committing. Iteration ensures that the plan remains realistic, effective, and adaptable to changing circumstances. Another key aspect of creating a 4-hour workweek plan is addressing fear and resistance. Many individuals hesitate because of uncertainty, potential judgment, or risk. Ferris encourages applying fear-setting techniques to anticipate challenges, plan contingencies, and assess the cost of inaction. This proactive approach transforms anxiety into actionable insight, empowering individuals to pursue bold changes while maintaining control and confidence. By confronting fears directly and incorporating mitigation strategies into the plan, readers can overcome mental barriers and take decisive steps toward the lifestyle they desire. Ultimately, creating a 4-hour workweek plan is about integrating knowledge, strategy, and action into a coherent framework that prioritizes freedom, mobility, and fulfillment. Ferris demonstrates that by applying the DEAL formula, setting clear goals, eliminating inefficiencies, automating processes, embracing mini retirements, and confronting fear, anyone can design a life of intentional choice rather than passive routine. The plan is both a guide and a commitment, a structured path to escape the traditional 9-to-5, reclaim time, and live a life aligned with personal values. In conclusion, this chapter emphasizes that transformation is achievable when readers move from theory to action. Knowledge of lifestyle design, mini retirements, and automation is powerful, but it becomes life-changing only when applied systematically. By creating a personal 4-hour workweek plan, individuals gain clarity, direction, and the tools to restructure work, income, and life itself. Ferris reinforces that the ultimate measure of success is not wealth alone, but the freedom to live intentionally, explore the world, and pursue meaningful experiences. The 4-hour workweek plan empowers readers to take control of their lives, turning aspirations into reality and designing a future rich in choice, fulfillment, and adventure. Designing your ideal lifestyle begins with the understanding that true freedom and mobility are achievable for anyone willing to rethink the way they approach work and life. Many people spend decades adhering to the conventional 9-to-5 routine, chasing promotions, titles, and pay raises, believing that these are the markers of success. However, the real measure of wealth is not found in a paycheck or a corner office. It is found in the time you have, the experiences you accumulate, and the freedom to live life on your own terms. By shifting focus from mere accumulation of money to the purposeful design of life, anyone can take concrete steps toward building a lifestyle that balances work, passion, and adventure. The first lesson in designing your ideal lifestyle is recognizing that life is inherently short and time is a more valuable resource than money. No amount of wealth can replace the moments lost while working endlessly for someone else's dream. Life is meant to be experienced, not postponed until retirement. By understanding the value of time and treating it as a non-renewable resource, you naturally begin to prioritize what truly matters. This realization encourages you to focus on meaningful work, cultivate enriching relationships, and invest in personal growth and memorable experiences. Time, unlike money, cannot be earned back once spent, so how you choose to spend your days becomes a critical decision. One of the most practical frameworks to achieve this lifestyle is the DEAL formula: definition, elimination, automation, and liberation. The first step, definition, involves clarifying exactly what you want from life. This includes setting personal and professional goals, deciding what level of income is sufficient, and determining what experiences will make you happiest. By defining your priorities, you gain a clear vision of the life you want to live. Writing a dream line with short-term and long-term objectives provides a roadmap and makes abstract desires tangible. Without this step, it is easy to drift aimlessly, spending time on tasks that do not bring fulfillment or align with your values. Elimination, the second component of DEAL, emphasizes the importance of removing unnecessary work and distractions. Most people are busy but not productive. By applying the 80-20 principle, you identify the 20% of tasks that produce 80% of results and eliminate or delegate the rest. This approach frees up significant amounts of time and energy for what truly matters, whether that is pursuing passions, traveling, learning new skills, or spending quality time with loved ones. Elimination is a mindset shift, teaching you to focus on effectiveness rather than simply being active. Automation is the third step, allowing you to generate income without constant direct involvement. By outsourcing repetitive tasks, delegating responsibilities, and creating passive income streams, you can maintain financial stability while freeing your time. Modern technology and virtual assistants make automation more accessible than ever. Automating income streams and administrative tasks creates a life in which money works for you rather than the other way around. This not only reduces stress, but also provides the flexibility to live in different locations or pursue new opportunities. Liberation, the final component, emphasizes mobility and independence from traditional work constraints. It encourages remote work, location independence, and designing a lifestyle where you are not tied to one physical location. This step transforms the abstract idea of freedom into a tangible reality. By combining liberation with the other DEAL principles, you gain the ability to work selectively, travel, and live according to your own schedule. The goal is to create a life that integrates work and personal fulfillment seamlessly, rather than postponing happiness to a future date. An actionable tip for implementing these principles is to set a 12-month lifestyle goal. This should include specific milestones that address each component of DEAL, from defining your priorities to automating key tasks and testing location-independent work arrangements. Start small, taking one actionable step at a time and gradually expand your efforts. For example, you might begin by outsourcing administrative tasks or negotiating remote work for a portion of your job. Tracking progress and celebrating small wins will build momentum and reinforce the value of the lifestyle changes. By actively designing your life with intentionality and discipline, you transform dreams into practical reality. Ultimately, designing your ideal lifestyle is about reclaiming control over your time and choices. It requires courage to challenge societal expectations, discipline to focus on what matters most, and creativity to build systems that support freedom. The process is ongoing, not a one-time event, and involves continuous refinement of goals, habits, and strategies. When done effectively, it results in a life rich in experiences, personal growth, and meaningful relationships, an existence where work supports life rather than dominating it. By embracing freedom, mobility, and the principles of DEAL, anyone can move from living by default to living by design. The reward is not just a reduction in work hours, but the creation of a life that is genuinely fulfilling, adventurous, and aligned with your deepest values.